The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, listen, we all know what happened yesterday. It was disastrous. It was depressing. And all I tried to do yesterday for the toilet bowl, the Bears-Broncos game, was to go in there and convince people not to go into the game. As I talked about all last week, it's the only way you can send a message is embarrassment to an organization that's worth billions and billions of dollars. It's worth $5 billion, the Bears are. So by not going in, I understand your tickets are already purchased. Maybe you got free tickets. And I was trying to get people not to go in. Now, I'll tell you how many people I didn't get to go in or talked into that in a second. The main thing I'm taking away is, boy, did I talk to some awesome, beautiful people. The passion of sports in Chicago lives despite all our teams failing us.
We have to be tenacious.
Well,
We have to be. Weather, the sports, there's a lot going on.
I just got to say, like, for example, talking to these two old-timers, looked like guys from the Super Fans on Saturday Night Live. I went out front and tried to talk them into not going into the game. And I said, do you buy this? Will you stand with me? And they said this.
No, absolutely. Hey, I'm a Sox fan too, so I know what it's like to go to games and lose a lot.
Yeah, well, the Cubs getting eliminated last night upset me.
I can imagine that.
But I'm sure you're happy about that.
Yeah.
So you would not hold this sign that says "Don't go in" for me. You would not do that.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry.
McCaskies are only the higher-ups. They're not the people that hire. They hire people to do this. So if you want to look at people to do this, it's got to be Poles, some of those other Warren, some of those other people. Those are.
Okay, which was very funny that he went to middle management.
Yeah, it's like, well, the people in the middle are the problem.
Yeah.
I have a bad sandwich. I blame the thing in the middle, not the bread.
They were great guys, but they people wanted to agree with me what I was doing, but they did not want to commit fully and sacrifice of not going into Soldier Field when they already had a ticket. And a beautiful 80-degree day, too.
I would also like to put out there that I appreciate you are a man of your word. You're not just all talk. You took it to the streets.
Thank you.
Man of action.
Thank you. I did
Something to be
that.
said for that. I didn't think that you'd win anyone over, but,
Well,
tried.
the number of people I talked into not going into Soldier Field yesterday is 0.
Oh, well, yeah.
Big fat donut.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
If I was a betting woman, which I am,
Yeah.
so Case, you owe me $10.
On DraftKings, I put that Brian wouldn't convince anybody either. I made a bunch of money with Brian's promo code.
DraftKings had handicapped this event yesterday. My boys at DraftKings. So in the toilet bowl, the Bears blew a 21-point lead to the Broncos. But here's the thing. As this game started, Justin Fields completed 16 passes, and the Bears go up 28-7 in that first half. That's a Bears record.
Yeah.
16
It was a
passes.
great game.
Well,
until the end.
Calm down. Well, a little bit.
It was really good at the beginning.
Okay.
And then it, kind of like petered off a little bit.
I don't call it a great game because it was the Broncos and the Bears. It was the toilet bowl, the two worst teams in the NFL. So, sure, the Bears could have done well. I picked the Broncos to win because they proved to me so far this year that they cannot play football, the Bears. Now, the Broncos rip off 24 straight points quietly, and Fields had a great day destroyed by the fumble. Late in the fourth, the Broncos on the Broncos' 18-yard line. They go forward on 4th and 1. They could have kicked a field goal, go up by 3. There was 4 minutes left. I get it, but you got to put points on the board when you're a team like the Bears that, even though yesterday seemed like they had a proficient offense, it's mostly been inept the whole year. So then the Broncos marched down the field, hit a 51-yard field goal and win.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he aimed for the wrong shoulder. He should have gone for the outside shoulder and not thrown an interception.
I like
Be real. We almost had it.
I like Lauren's breakdown here.
X's and
Almost
O's
had it.
Lauren over here.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. Passionate.
No, I appreciate it. I was telling Brian earlier this morning when we talked about this game, like last week against the Chiefs, it was just embarrassing. It was bad all the way around. This week was actually worse because they were in the game and they looked like a competent football team. And then Justin Fields still proved that he wasn't the guy, and now it just becomes apathy. Now we've got a Thursday night game against Washington, and Washington, those boys are pesky. I don't want any part
What
of
is
them.
happening with that team?
They almost beat the Eagles, who were in the Super Bowl last year yesterday. As I was
Ridiculous.
watching on the phone, going overtime. Thank you, NFL Ticket. Watched that with Megan at the Apple Fest on Lincoln.
A big Saturday for you.
That was nice. That was a big Sunday. That was.
Yeah,
That was Sunday.
Yeah.
So the
Hey, go
Bears.
to the Home Depot?
We didn't make it. Didn't have enough time. The Bears currently hold the number 1 and 2 spot in next year's draft right now.
I mean, we got that going for us, which is nice.
Very good.
You know what I think they'll do? I think they'll draft a quarterback, and I think they'll turn this franchise around, Brian.
I have finally come into the mentality of all the arguments I've gotten into for over a decade, that that Patrick Mahomes would have been ruined here if they drafted him. No matter who the coach was, there's something wrong. There's 35 quarterbacks in 30 seasons. It doesn't matter which coach is involved. It is the owners. That's why I wanted no one there. I wanted a complete slate, control, delete the whole thing.
We want to try again on Thursday, or they're not in town, are they?
They're not in town. It's in D.C.
Brian's going to fly out there, though.
Yeah, we could still pick it. And
if you
want to really go all in here?
I didn't go on enough.
Your plan didn't work. It was protesting without merit.
By the way, I have been to FedEx Field in D.C. It is one of the oldest stadiums, and it's so hard to get to. It's just like...
oh, he's already making excuses.
Hey, they call him backpedaling Brian for a reason.
I ain't going to D.C. I ain't doing that. The Bears are now the first team in NFL history to allow 25 or more points in 14 consecutive games that they all lost.
Woof.
Yeah. How about that stat?
Oh. It's like you know it, but then when you hear it, it just socks you right in the stomach again.
What socked me in the stomach, Lauren, was Saturday night. I'm over there at Haunted House, and I think everything's going great. I'm having a great time. It's very fun. I went through with a GoPro. Just such a great experience. And I see on my Twitter thread that Cubs are eliminated.
Yeah.
Now, I thought it was going to go all the way to Monday and today, where, they were the Marlins were going to have to play 4 outs because they got rained out last week. I thought, okay, it's going to go to Monday. It's going to be exciting. Nope, they just got eliminated because the Marlins won. That's former White Sox, Jake Berger's Marlins.
It makes me want to root for the Marlins in the playoffs now.
Cubs, Case being the only Sox fan here in the building, or one of the few anyway, that Jake Berger's gone, but now he's in the playoffs.
Yeah, his spirit remains. It's like we have a White Sox player in the playoffs. It's nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we lost 101 games this year. At least we can do is trade somebody to a playoff team.
Unbelievable. So the Marlins are in. The Cubs are out. September 6th was a date that the Cubs had a 92% chance to make the playoffs. Just about 3.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
What happened?
No, it wasn't. And also just throw in the White Sox finished the season 61 and 101. 101 losses.
So what are you going to do about this being a Cubs fan? I mean, you're all action for Bears. Now what?
Well, meaning there's no more baseball. There's no...
But you're going to try to talk legacy Cubs fans into dumping their season tickets.
No, look, the Cubs bright is good. This is me being that positive, wait till next year type of Chicago sports fan. But they exceeded their expectations for what they had. They've got a great base. We can make, and their farm system is number 1 in MLB. We can definitely make a free agency acquisition, maybe 1 or 2, and win the World Series next year.
There's always next year.
Have fun with that, Brian.
Okay, last night.
Moving on.
The Taylor Swift Bowl.
I've never heard someone so angry. Lauren came in here just because they didn't talk football on the broadcast with the Chiefs-Jets. And the Chiefs almost lost, by the way, with Taylor Swift in attendance.
So maybe there's a tie there. But you're commentating a football game. You're a professional sports broadcaster, and every other word out of your mouth is Taylor Swift. Chris Collinsworth, looking at you.
Are you calling him out?
Mike Tirico also. Should be ashamed.
It's not like Tirico's got anything good to say. Yeah, I'm fine with him doing Taylor Swift
why
commentary.
do every single play we got to check and see what Taylor Swift thinks? I jokingly went on Twitter and was like, hey, let's do a drinking game anytime they show Taylor Swift. Take a shot. And then I immediately had to do a disclaimer like, no, you will die.
Swifties came after you?
No, I just don't want people to die.
Oh.
Yeah, if you were taking a shot every time they showed Taylor Swift, a professional binge drinker like yourself might enjoy it, but the average person would not be able to.
But I'm also like, there's a football game happening. Let's talk about that.
So you want to talk about a cover 2 defense more than talking about Taylor Swift? Come on, Lauren.
God.
Have some fun with this. Come on. Listen, you know it's going to crash and burn. This is not ending well, this whole thing. It's not going to end well. I still think it's a stunt of some sort. That's how I feel. I think they're great people. I love them. I wish they had a great, happy marriage maybe someday, but something doesn't, it's very Jussie Smollett. Something's wrong here.
Oh, God. That's an interesting comparison.
I don't know. I believe in true love, but if you want to call him Jussie Smollett, fine, Brian.
For the record, before I get misquoted, I did not call Travis Kelce Jussie Smollett.
I'm pretty sure that's what just happened.
That was a quote, actually.
The whole thing stinks,
It's
Jussie Smollett.
circling the drain.
It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Sold out. Alpine Valley, Noah Khan. Stay here for tickets. We gave away a bunch already, but we'll have more down the road. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I want to thank Lauren for coming in today a couple hours early to hang out with the Q101 Twisted Christmas announcement.
I was promised cheese fries.
From who?
I don't know. Kenzie?
I thought that was the whole deal. Get corn dogs and cheese fries.
Kenzie sold you.
It's just like, yeah.
Is that what they say about us? Brian and Kenzie, we like cheese fries?
Yeah.
That's, oh my God. Okay, we need to work on that
It's a whole
show
thing.
branding.
I mean, they are good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not complaining, but I wasn't expecting them.
Just saying, there's this severe lack of cheese fries and corn dogs, that I thought would be here. So.
Well, my mom used to say you should have ate before you got here. So don't expect free food. So Lauren's going to stay on now and do her regular show with more tickets to Q101's Twisted Christmas.
Yes, I will have night 2 tickets coming at 12:30. So night 2, you want to do a quick rundown of all 4?
Sure, let's
All
do that.
Night 1, Tuesday, December 5th, the Black Keys, the greatest band on the planet, Local H, and Alex Sucks. Wednesday, which are the tickets I'll have for you today at 12:30. Lovejoy, White Reaper, Bridget Calls Me Baby. Thursday, December 7th, Bleachers, Mr. Wives, Sincere Engineer. And Friday, Young the Giant, Gaslight Anthem, and Little Image. All 4 shows pre-sale happening this moment, which is your opportunity to get these tickets before the scalpers do, before the shows sell out, with the promo code BYLINE. B-I-B-Y, nope. What is it? B-Y?
No, go on. Let
Dude,
her
if I
hang
had
there.
some cheese fries, I could actually spell.
Do it spelling bee style. Say byline and then spell the word.
Byline, B-Y-L-I-N-E is the code.
That's it.
Q101.com.
No more letters. You're
Okay.
good. Perfect. All the information very easily for you at Q101.com. All of our socials. Make sure you, for all the deals and experiences that are going to come up with us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, just make sure you're all with us because it's going to be a fun ride for the next, not only, 3 months away, October, November, November to start, only 2 months away.
No, it's short.
I had it up there in my head.
12 months in a year. We're in month 10.
Get the tickets now before they are gone. All these shows will sell out. Takeaways. Oh, go ahead, Lauren.
I was just going to say big thanks to our sponsors, Heineken, Byline Bank, and Triton College.
Yes.
Pulling it all together.
Can't do it without them. All right, takeaways from today's show. What do you got, Case?
Tony from Homer Glen checked in. He said, takeaway, Brian regrets that his father wasn't Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Really do. It's really sad.
Yeah. Could have been a different life for you.
Yeah.
On Tatooine.
Well, yes, a lot of things go on there. I would have been a good fencer. Probably.
I don't know. I feel like you'd be that guy that cut a thumb off by accident, Or like your
Brian's
whole
only
fencing
Jedi to
career.
die, yeah.
It's all over.
One first game or match. They have a match.
It's a contest.
It's a contest.
Let's see here. Eric checked in. I just want to know when I can pick up Taylor Swift as my flex player for this weekend. Just want to aggravate Lauren all day, bring up Taylor Swift.
Give her the ball if you're going to talk about her so much. Jeez.
Let's go. What do you got, Lauren, for a takeaway?
Ryan in Wheaton says he went to the very first Twisted Christmas back in '94. He was 14, and that concert will be ingrained into his mind forever because it was, listen to this lineup, Weezer, Veruca Salt, Killing Joke, Bad Religion, Dinosaur Jr., and Hole. And he will always remember Courtney Love yelling at the crowd, F you and F Christmas.
Oh, that's very nice.
Keep up the great work on these shows.
Courtney's staying on brand there with that one.
Yeah.
That's such a 94 show, too. That's great. All right, well, miss a moment, miss a lot. Go to the podcast at Q101.com. And Lauren is just going to continue right here with more free stuff.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.